Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at the Fire Dragon Ignatius, and I have been requested to make this kind of video for a very long time, and I have been waiting and waiting and waiting for a very long time until now. Now that it's here, I will try to explain everything you need to know about the Fire Dragon and why some certain skills is better than others. Of course, this video is more, more for people that are in the conquest seasons or are about to enter the conquest season, because now that the dragon skills has been unlocked for you guys, then you have to pick one. And of course, I'm gonna be going through each skills as well. So yeah, that being said, let's take a look at the dragon skills before we actually test them in the game. So the first one, we have the Prairie. In my opinion, this one is very interesting, right? It looks good, it sounds good, and does it really perform that well? If you look at the first skill, right, the Flaming Breath deals 852,000 damage, or true damage to all enemies, and inflict burn, which can deal further 340,000 damage, true damage every 6 seconds for 12 seconds. Yes, this sounds very good, right? It sounds super good. I used to use this skill, and of course we have Intense Roar, and we had 90% chance of increasing crit damage to 3 random allied units by 52% for 12 seconds as well. And if you guys did watch one of my videos about the dragon tier ranking, right, you guys probably saw that I ranked Fire Dragon to be one of the best dragons in the game, and also best elemental dragon in this game as well. What I mean by that is that those dragons not included with Holy and Shadow. So yeah, this skill is very good if you want to go for like a different kind of nuking type of damage with the dragon, because the dragon is going to do loads of damage. And here you probably, if you choose this skill, you're probably focusing more on the damage from like dragon from early game. You want the match or the battles to end very quick, and in my opinion, if you are at the start of building a fire, I think this one can be a really good start, right? Yeah, you can't go wrong with this skill either, but this is not what I use right now. I've switched this one onto the next one, which is Calamity. Calamity is the one that I'm using right now, and in my opinion, this one is the best in terms of dragon skills for Fire Dragon, because I'm using Empress Wu as my main damage dealer and Hippolyta as my secondary frontline damage dealer. And of course, Flaming Breath is very good skill as well, because it deals damage to all enemies and inflict burn, and also deal damage with 321,000, and it lasts for 12 seconds. And also burns reduce physical damage dealt by targets by 6% at level 1 for 3 seconds, which means that my Hippolyta can do damage if you manage to time the ultimate from Hippolyta correctly. Also, Intense Roar, in my opinion, is perfect for Empress Wu, and because it increased the crit damage of the allied unit with the highest magical damage or magical attack by 50% for 27 seconds. Cannot be dispelled, right? This is huge for a mage user. The reason why this skill, this Fire Dragon with this skill is very flexible. Fire Dragon can be used with any mages. So if you didn't know that before, now you know, right? And with Empress Wu, you're going to be seeing huge increase in damage, because it's crazy how much damage a mage can do in this game. And with the burst, with energy region of Empress Wu, this skill is just like, hand in the gloves, or it fits very well, right? And this is what I currently use. And before we go see the testing, we have to go throughout the last skill as well. So the last dragon skill for Fire Dragon is the Wildfire. Wildfire is pretty good, right? It reduced burn damage by 80%, but shortens its damage interval to 3 seconds and increased the total duration to 33 seconds. And in my opinion, it's interesting, right? It's interesting, but you have to calculate it with the first skill, right? Because I mean the first dragon skills, because this is like, it's questionable. I would say it's questionable. I've tested it before. I didn't like it personally because for 33 seconds, I want my fire dragon or fire team to actually do as much damage as possible. And I would like, if it's possible, to end before 30 seconds or 40 seconds, right? And but if you have like a sustainable sustainable fire team, I think this skill can be very, very good, right? And stop increasing critical damage, instead increases the target's attack and defense by 30 points for 30 seconds, which is when it lands crit. So this is very interesting, right? By 30 points, I think the game ends way more, right? By 30 points, I'm going to show you guys in the game what I believe that they mean by this. So if you go look into the dragon UI right in the game, you will see, hang on a minute, there we go. You will see that the points over here on the right side will get increased by 30 points, right? So that is not too bad, and I think it will be pretty good for the sustainable fire team. But in my opinion, I'm gonna use this one, Calamity. I'm gonna showcase to you guys in the game and see how good this actually is. So now we are in the game. Let's take a look at the reports here. This is a very good report, right? You see the differences between the fire dragon skills. My friend here, Yuki, he has the fire Prairie, or Prairie Fire, sorry, and I have the Calamity. And you can see in the game that I do less damage, but my immortals are doing way more damage than my dragons. While for Yuki, he has the immortals doing less damage than the actual fire dragon, because his Prairie Fire is a very good, especially the first skill for dragons, right? That is very good for this particular skill, and you can see it's doing 9 million damage. Is a lot, is huge, right? Because compared to mine, it's doing 4 more millions. And sometimes, when you think about, if you have a team where you want to play around the dragon, you should definitely go for the first skill. But if you want to play around a mage, or for example, how can I say, for example, physical damage, that's the word. I think you should take the Calamity. Calamity is very flexible. And keep in mind, while you are watching here, right, you can actually, if you have a double tank, right, as I do, you can switch out Earth Dragon, and you can go with Fire Dragon as well for the extra attack damage or critical damage for Himiko. That is actually very, very good as well. It's an option. And if you're running, for example, a full Shadow March from the early season into the Conquest, you can definitely go with the Fire Drake. Or you want to run with Merlin, you want to run with different type of modges, you can definitely do that as well. So basically, Fire Dragon is very, very strong, right? With the Calamity, you can increase basically all the mages and increase the crit damage. And also, if you have like a, I would say standard formation with basically one attacker and one mage backline, this skill would be super, super ideal, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it about the Fire Dragon, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this video and my explanations. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section or in the game daily talk section there as well, and I can explain a little bit further if there's some part that you didn't understand about this explanations that I did with the skills and stuff like that. As you can see here, I maxed out the skills, and also the nodes here. And in my opinion, this skill, if you choose to max it out as your first dragon coming into the conquest seasons, it cannot go wrong, right? So yeah, thanks you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.